Hello and welcome back to another video on Friends Car Repair Corner. So, don't know if you can see, but got lovely British weather today. So it's raining, or got 60% of rain, but blue skies. So there's the rain, there's the no rain. So it's going to be a fun day, I think, but it's something that I need to do. So let's explain. So I've noticed that there is a slight hesitation with my Mondeo when I sort of like pull away. I've also noticed that if I do long drives, say, I don't know, 2-3 hours, say I've had a little bit of fun with it, it then does seem like maybe there's like heat soak potentially, like the turbo then doesn't, it just, I don't know, it all seems to like, bog down. So looking online, there seems to be this hose that comes from the intercooler towards the intake, I think, that might potentially have a split. That seems to be a common thing. So that's going to be the first thing that I'm going to do today, look at that. The other thing that I have been kind of putting off, because I've never done it before, which is, actually removing the whole front bumper, removing the intercooler, and then cleaning out the intercooler with some kerosene, because I have got a feeling that my intercooler's like full of oil and stuff like that, which isn't then helping. So again, not really a job that I've been looking forward to doing, but I'm going to Wales away for a week, so it's going to be a lot of driving. So I was thinking, you know what, that might be a good time to actually see if this makes any difference. Give it a good clean and see how I've then got on with that big journey that I'm then doing. So enough of the waffling. Today's video is the intercooler thingy pipe. Gonna have a look at that, see if there's any holes or tears in it, because that seems to be a common thing. I am going to put my blanking plate back in my EGR, just in case it is to do with that. I took that out just for like my MOT, just to see if it made any better on the emissions, etc., but I don't think it made a difference at all. So I'm going to put that back in so that it stops all the carbon build up and all that lot in the turbo and that. So let's get to the car and let's do this. I know I might not be in the best moods and stuff because of it being raining and that lot, so I'm going to try and be as chirpy as I can. It is a job that I just need to crack on and do. It's not really the weather that I want to be doing it in, but let's get on to it. Okay, right, so I am at the car, bonnet popped. Here was my EGR blanking plate that I had made. Okay, you can order these off of eBay, but I had a sheet of metal, so I just like angle grinded and then just kind of made my own and then cut the 2 holes. So it's up to you, make your own, or I mean, I even used, I think, some Coke cans previously when I've done this on my other cars. But if you do use a can, do at least 3 or 4 like layers, because I think I did 2 and it blew through it, so I wouldn't recommend using a can. Anyways, I'm talking too much about a blanking plate. So, gonna fit that on. That literally goes over here. Okay, so I'm just gonna undo these 2, slot that then in, and then we can carry on. But this is basically what I've got to try and work with. This is what I believe is the issue. Oil is being pulled in from somewhere. I'm not a mechanic, I don't know, but I'm led to believe could be this that has a split in it. Very common for having a split. Okay, another thing is this is still loose, so I can quickly show you the other thing that I want to do or get to is that. So that is my intercooler. Okay, so this pipe goes all the way down round to there. So that's where I'm going to disconnect it. So I'm going to have to take out the headlight. So once I've taken out the headlight, that then gives me access down there to then remove it. Okay, so that'll be the first thing. Well, first thing, I'm going to quickly put in the EGR valve, blanking plate, then I'm going to remove this. Right, okay, so the 2 bolts, okay, there and there, they are 10mm. So I'm just going to loosen those off now. Okay, 2 bolts removed. Lift the bad boy up, slide that into place, and Right, okay, so that is the EGR blanking plate now in. So let's loosen this up, then get the headlight out and see what we can do about this pipe. Right, now to remove the headlight bolt. Obviously mine have been replaced there, and then that will get the headlight out. So let me just remove these two quick. Okay, so with headlight out, I can then see where I need to go. I don't know if you can see on the camera though, because of the lighting. Let me see if I can get my torch on. Right, okay, so I've got my torch on now. So, can you see just there? I get my hand. That's the bolt I need to undo. Let's see if I can focus on it. There we go, yeah, like that. So it's a Jubilee, so I could do a flathead, but I'm not going to get a flathead in there. So I will use a little spanner. That will loosen that up, and then I can pull it off and pull that out and inspect. Okay, so for the nut that I'm going to need for the one down there, it is a 7mm. So now I'm going to see if I can, yeah, get this 7mm off down there, loosen that off and get this pipe out. Okay. Right, let me loosen that up a bit more. Okay, right, I'm going to disconnect this bit here first. Okay, no, I was able to just wiggle it off, but yeah, can you see what I mean? That shouldn't be in there. My throttle body shouldn't look like that. Well, at least it still moves. Right, okay, so now that I've loosened this, I'm hoping that that might give me a little bit more play to get it out from underneath here. So let me see if I can get that out. Okay, pipe out. Let's inspect it, see if there's any potential holes. It's caked in oil. But I can't see any noticeable holes, unless it's going to be maybe up here in one of these, in the split bit here. Now, I know I was saying earlier about that it seems so like bogged down, like the turbos then not getting thingy. I've just come across something, so I've just noticed, is it under here? Can you see it under here? Yes, there, right. Can you see that cable tie? That is for my airbox, which is there, which feeds through to like there. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a snorkel that comes from that bit that then sits in here, so that when the air comes in here, it feeds it into the box. Because at the moment, it's just that gap there. So I'm wondering whether it's just the car isn't getting enough air. So let me have a look at this air box. Right, okay, part of me was thinking about removing it so that it then just has this big sort of hole at the front of the air box at the front, so it can just sort of suck the air in, because I think this is then creating more of a restriction. Or the other theory that I then had is I could cut up a plastic bottle, create some sort of shield here, so that when the air comes in, it hits that shield and goes sort of here, so that it feeds it into the box. That will be obviously I think the best one, because if I then did remove it, I don't know, I could then be getting heat soak from the engine. So really I do want to have some sort of feed to the cold air that will be coming in. So, and there is a nice like gap here that I can kind of, put a little plastic sort of curved sheet, open up a bottle kind of thing, and then try and attach it into there. So I'll do that. That's one thing. I don't know whether that is going to be my issue or not, because at the end of the day, I still shouldn't have oil coming up in here. So regardless, that's another job that I now need to sort out. So, what to do with this? Okay then, so new plan. I am going to clean this hose, okay? Clean that out. I'm gonna remove the throttle body, clean that out with throttle body cleaner, and clean it all up, and I'm gonna put it all back together. I've put the EGR in. I'm then gonna do this bit here to give it a bit of air feed. Reason I say that is because I think the heavens are about to open on me, and the last thing that I want is to get too involved with taking off the whole front bumper. Pretty sure, because if I wobble this, the radiator goes. I think this is all one unit, so I don't think I can just take the bumper off and then just take out the intercooler. So my reason being is, yeah, we're meant to leave tomorrow. If I start with this job and I mess it up, then I'm screwed because I've got no car. Because, yeah, the Mercedes isn't MOT'd yet. So I think the sensible thing to do is to clean up what I can, sort out the airbox thing here. I've done the EGR valve. What I think I'll then do is go for a drive, get the car warm, go down the motorway, etc. Maybe it could be the DPF as well, so I'll clear out the DPF and see how I then get on. Because as I say, I think it is that, yeah, it seems that when it gets hot, it seems to struggle. And I'm wondering whether it's because it can't get the air, but then that's what was making me think, well, the intercooler is what cools the air down for the turbo and stuff. So I felt that this wasn't doing its job. But putting my finger in it, it's not as caked and disgusting as I thought it was. I have given it a brush on the front here. Hopefully that will allow a bit more air in to cool. I don't know. But yeah, let's get this off, clean this, put it back on, clean this, put it back on, and sort this bit here. Okay, so we have a T30. That will undo the throttle body, so I'm just going to do that quickly now. Oh, it's like absolutely caked in it, so let me get all of these sensors off and get this to the garden to give it a clean. Right, okay, so I've given them a bit of a soak, so I'll leave those for a little bit. I'm going to go wash my hands, have a coffee, then I will run a rag through this just to try and give it more of a clean. I might even try and fill it with some water just to see if I can see any leaks through the pipe, because I just couldn't see anything, and this was quite a common thing to, yeah, end up having a split in. Okay, so while they are soaking, I mean, they are looking a lot better now. A lot cleaner, but yeah, gonna make sure that they're fully dry. Definitely like, yeah, this one as well. So I'll leave that there just while it is sunny at the moment now. See, no rain. Hopefully it then doesn't rain and then get all of this wet. But while that is doing that, let's go to the car and see what I can do about this air intake. Right, hopefully you can see my logic here. So there is where the feed is going in for my air. So I need to cut this down a bit more. I will slide it down there. This bit will come over here and it will go around and do that. So let me just cut it all up and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so something, because the sun's behind me, I don't know, it doesn't look good on my phone. Right, so there's the feed. I can put it behind that, so I just need to sort of, yeah, attach there like that. Then the air comes through, we'll hit that and direct it in that direction, giving me more air. I don't know, maybe. Okay, so, I mean, not the greatest, not the best, but I think it's going to work because it gives me all of this bit here that when the air comes in, it goes in, it's going to hit this bit here and direct it into there, then into my box. Okay, so I know I need to get a replacement one of these, but for the sake of the weekend and what I've got to do with my driving, I think this might get me through what I need to do. Right, next thing that I want to do is just quickly clean the inside of this. I'm not taking all of this off right now. I have got a feeling the reason why I might have all of this could be my turbo. The car has got over 200,000 miles on it now, so it's likely the turbo. So if I start doing all this intercooler stuff and all of that, and it's still an issue, and I've got to replace the turbo, so I think that might end up being one of my videos is, yeah, replacing the turbo. So I'm just going to clean all of this up and put it all back together, and we will see how we get on with a drive. Right, okay, so that is the throttle body now back on and all the plugs as well. So now I'm going to, yeah, do that intercooler pipe one. That one's going to be a bit of a pain, I think, but yeah, let me get that one reinstalled now. Right, okay, so that's pipe back in there, throttle body back in, EGR then back in, or blanking plate back in. Some ducting kind of made for then the air filter so that it can then get the air. So I think what I'm going to do now is tidy up, and then we'll go for a drive and yeah, see if I can see any noticeable difference with what I've done today. Let's go get some fuel. Okay, right, so already those low revs feel a lot better. Let's get these windows closed. Because I was feeling like judder, like if I just put my foot on the accelerator just like a little bit, I was sort of feeling little judders, where it's sort of like wanting to, then not wanting to. You know, like when you're like in the wrong gear, like you're slightly in a higher gear and it's sort of like, oh, I need to change down the gear a bit. It's been feeling a bit like that. So, yeah, but no, idle seems to be fine. It started up fine as well, so everything that I have done, I haven't made any issues or problems. I don't know why I'm waffling, because I'm not going to end up using all of this audio anyway, but right. He's letting me go, thank you. Oh, that felt a lot better. Ah, I wonder if it's the EGR. Oh, that feels so much better. So much better. Right. Let's go get this car hot. Okay, fourth gear, 60 mile per hour, and then foot flat, picks up, going. Okay, yeah, happy with that. 70 mile per hour. Move over! Middle lane hogger. I'm happy. Car feels good. Happily does 70 mile per hour all day long. No issues with revs or anything. So I'm going to mark that as a win for now. So let's get home. Right, okay, so that is me now home, and we've also been to Wales. The car drove fine all the way there, all the way back as well. So yeah, car all good. Did have a little sort of stutterness sort of when it was warm, so I think that was about 3-4 hours whilst I was then sort of in the car, where I was trying to put my foot down and it just kind of was like didn't want to go. So again, yeah, I'm not too sure what the issue could be. I have had a look online. It could be potentially the PCV valve, so I'm trying to find out whereabouts that is on the engine, whether it could be that. So yeah, if anyone does know why I might be getting this oil coming up into my intake and stuff like that, please leave a comment below, let me know, and if you know what the steps are to actually resolve it, what the parts are, etc., and then yeah, I'll get that done, because it can't be doing my engine any good, and I think I'm gonna have to take the whole intake out again and give that out you know, a clean, but I don't want to do that until I've actually sorted out the issue. So yeah, if someone is watching and may have had this on their Mondeo and can help me out, then let me know, please. Yeah, bit of a longer one. Hope you have liked the footage as well with me sort of being in the car and driving and stuff. I did do a lot of rambling, so that's why you can sort of see me talking away, but yeah, obviously I just cut it all down and tried to, yeah, shrink it in. So I'll finish there. If you have liked the video, then please do like and subscribe, and yeah, join me on the next one. Bye.